Welcome back to this Friday with me, Betty Kialo. Like I mentioned, we are coming to you live and direct from Kisumu City, and this is where all the action is happening this weekend. Remember, we have Mzuqa Fest happening tomorrow, the 14th of December, Saturday. I hope you've gotten your ticket. We're going to be, of course, having Zaika Langa. They were performing when we started the show tonight, and of course, Kofi Olomide and our very own Priest Inda. But that is tomorrow. Let's now come back to the show tonight. Like I promised, we have the wonderful Governor, Professor Anyang Nyong'o. How are you, sir? Good evening.
I'm okay.
You're doing well?
I think so.
You think so? Even after listening to Zaika Langa, what do you think about the music?
The music is great.
Uh-huh.
I love Congolese music.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're very good.
They're very good.
I mean, they could sing so well without an instrument, I think.
Yes, without any instrument.
They made any instrument.
Yeah.
They're instruments themselves, eh?
They're instruments.
Yeah.
You saw I could not even help myself but to just get into a little jig.
I know.
So Mzuqa Fest is happening in your county tomorrow. Kofi Olomide is coming. Of course, your very own Priest Inda. What is your feeling about, the festival?
We are very excited, actually.
Yeah?
We're very excited. I don't know whether we shall have enough room in the field. I guess it will be full to the brim.
Uh-huh.
I know Kofi Olomide is very popular.
Yes, exactly.
He's fantastic artists. So we're happy. But this is the kind of thing we want to encourage because we have a fantastic tourism potential here.
Yes, yes.
And if we have things like that happening, more and more people are going to come to Kisumu. Those will then know more about Kisumu.
Yes,
then
yes.
they can come again.
Absolutely.
This is what I've seen in the investment conferences we're here and so on, like Fisheries. There's kind of a triple effect. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I don't know if these songs are your favorite. I mean, do you love this? Do you love hip hop? Do you love R&B music? This is the favorite.
First of all, look, me, I love Congolese music.
Congolese
all
music.
These others, I don't know them.
You don't know?
No.
So you don't know the likes of Boys to Men? And
No, I don't. Just Congolese, period.
Congolese period.
And then, because we have our own music,
Absolutely.
With people, Kabesela and so on. Yeah, those are the things I love.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So for somebody, a Kenyan who's not been here for some time, they're coming tomorrow, traversing different counties to come for the festival tomorrow.
Yeah.
What can you say is the biggest change maybe they're going to experience in Kisumu City?
I think they will meet a city more orderly than before we came to power. They will meet a city which is growing very fast.
Okay.
And the people who are always anxious to receive visitors. And I think they will also find a lot of things to see and enjoy. I advise them to go to Dunga Beach.
Oh, absolutely.
And Dunga Hill Camp, by the way. There's a difference between the beach and the hill camp.
The hill camp.
The hill camp is more artistic. It's more kind of, I would say middle class, as it were. And there's very good food. It's very organized.
Yes.
It doesn't have modern architecture, but it has a kind of, traditional, calm, artistic, They have a permanent stage there where you can play music, entertain people. It's just a stage, then you can sit under the tree day and night. So it kind of brings the feeling that you're at home anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah, and hearing music in open air, day and night, plays put there. So I think Dunga Hill Camp, to tell you the truth,
Dunga Hill Camp
is kind of a unique thing.
Okay.
Dunga Beach, of course, just a market.
The fish.
And the fish and so on. So it's more easy to comprehend.
Yes.
Dunga Hill Camp, you go there and say, what the hell is here? When you stay there,
it's a bit complicated.
Yeah, then when you stay there, there's something what talking about.
Experiencing.
Yeah,
all right, so guys, you've heard from the governor. Tomorrow, he has to come to Dunga Beach, but Dunga Hill Camp, no maneno iko moto, a different kind of experience. I'll be there tomorrow during the day. So before the festival, let's go there and experience the hill camp. All right, so today was a very, it was a very important day for you. That's why I want to make this very short and sweet. Of course, you had the State of the County address.
Yes.
Maybe you can just give us one of your biggest highlights from today's, address when we met earlier.
Well, one of the biggest highlights, of course, that the opening up of Kisumu for conferences, tourism, and for artistic work and entertainment. That has happened over the last 3 or 4 years, very, very exponentially, I would say. So that's something that we have to report about to the county. The other thing that was important is our report on our own revenue. own revenue that is increasing. By using technology, we engage Safaricom to work with the revenue board to get the revenue up. It more than doubled. We went up exponentially, and we want to keep it that.
Okay.
We would like to be as much self-reliant in our revenue as possible. We also can see the growth of markets. That means that trade is going on. There's some accumulation in the trading sector, and of course the emerging tourism. You know, planes are full coming to Kisumu.
I love to hear that.
Oh yes.
Yes.
I mean, it is a phenomenon I can't believe. I mean, I myself could not get into a plane.
Today?
The other day, no, I was coming from Nairobi. I hadn't booked in time.
Yes.
And it was very difficult to get.
I even hear the people who normally wait for the people who get late so that they can get slots.
Yeah, so if I could get, people must be having problems.
Yes.
Definitely. And another thing, of course, is in trying to support productivity, both in small enterprises and large business, by creating some incentives. For example, in the lake, one of the most important things in the lake are the fishermen, really. But one of the things that we have discovered in the lake is the fishermen can no longer get hardwood to make boats. It's very difficult to get mahogany. It's very difficult to get wood from
We didn't know that.
No, it's very difficult now because first of all, the hardwood which was coming from Mount Elgon is gone. If you have to get hardwood from Congo, it's very expensive. So, fortunately, Kenya Shipyard Company, as a shipyard here, for making ships and boats. And for boats, they use fiberglass, which is the safest thing. Now, the fishermen may not afford fiberglass, but, sorry.
No problem. The fishermen may not, afford the fiberglass
boat.
Yes, yes.
But if they organize themselves with cooperatives, we in the county are ready to buy them fiberglass boats, and then they can pay back. We are sure that the fishermen are not going to let us down. Because they're very well organized in beaches and so on. And finally, we are working with the national government to improve the beach landing sites for the fishermen, so that it doesn't become an informal trade. It becomes a much more organized trade that brings returns to the fishermen, but also creates some employment on the beaches with proper organized trade and the buying and selling of fish. That means that there must be cooling plants there, so that we also go away from subsistence fishing to proper commercial fishing.
Commercial fishing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Interesting, Governor. It was also a historic day. Prime Minister Raila Odinga was on the hot seat or a hot panel today. I don't know if you watched the debate.
I watched it.
What do you think about his performance today?
I think it went very well. I don't want to reveal my judgment as to who is the most its biggest rival. I think I keep that to myself.
But there is a rival.
There is a rival. Yes. I will not tell you who among those three. But I noticed one person who is really good.
He was giving him a run.
I think he's giving us a run for our money. He may not giving him. I mean, he's rather cool.
Yes.
But for us who are cheering crowd out here, I was kind of saying, that guy is...
He's tough, yeah?
Yeah.
But the overall performance...
overall performance, I think he performed very well. He performed very well.
Okay.
Yeah.
They were really tackling a lot of pertinent issues to do, with the continent. Out of the three, esteemed, contestants, if I might call them, why do you feel like maybe Raila Odinga has an edge?
Because he talked about two things which are very important. As a political scientist and a political economist, and a student of African political economy, I know that inter-country trade is important, especially if you are going to talk about African Economic Community. Two things must happen. We must have infrastructure for connectivity, railroad, and roads, and also, of course, water transport, connecting African countries. Secondly, we must have trade among ourselves. Like Raila said, that's the biggest strength of the European Union. before they formed the union, they were trading among themselves. Then they said, it is stupid to be trading among ourselves. And yet when we go to every boundary of the European state, we have to pay something. Why don't we remove this?
Yes.
Form a union so that we have... And of course they have done much better than before. That lesson we must bring here and say, look, we could get money for our goods much easier trading within African countries. The Congolese can give us
the mahogany.
If we can. We can sell them coffee or tea or manufactured goods. You know, we have a very highly developed manufacturing industry here. We manufacture all kinds of household goods, which other countries around don't have. So Kenya can become a major exporter of consumer goods to our neighbors, whereas we can get raw material for our industries from this country, which are still very rich in raw material, like timber and so on.
So should
without depleting the forest cover in the Congo. We must make sure that trading does not lead to another problem. And through the AU, setting standards, setting rules and regulations which everybody obeys, we can go very far.
So we say may the best man win.
No, I wouldn't say may the best man win.
What
I would
you
say may Raila Odinga win. Because I don't want my desires to be confused with good English.
With good English. So for us, generally, may the best person win. Well, we get to know that. Now, speaking about, of course, the same leader, Raila Odinga, you're now the acting party leader of ODM. First of all, what's your feeling about that, especially coming at a time that, we're seeing a lot of conflicts in the party. You're taking over for some time.
I don't think there's a lot of conflicts in the party.
Well, we see that on social media, mainstream media, a lot of leaders in there.
They like to sell their communication, really. I don't see a lot of conflict, quite honestly. Of course, conflict is part of politics, because politics is about competition in interest. And if you're a leader, you must learn how to deal with them. But I don't see, what I see in the social media and in the papers and so on, kind of exaggerated.
Really?
No.
But the same sentiments you hear from the different leaders, there's no addition or subtraction from the comments, whether they're on radio, on TV, it's the same thing. So we just take whatever they give us and,
but from where I sit, or even from my meetings to range house with leaders, I mean, people are actually very concerned of making ODM strong because it is the only national party which has been on the scene the longest. KANU was there, but KANU is now a minuscule of it for myself. If you leave KANU, the next big party nationally, which has been there for the longest time, is ODM. So I went to Ajir the other day to the pastoralists forum, which brings together all the counties of northern Kenya were pastoralists. I mean, you could say 3/4 of people who were there are ODM supporters.
3/4?
Yeah, I would say. Because I was very tempted with the president. I was very tempted before I spoke to say ODM. Then I realized the president here, I don't want to turn into political, but we could see them. And
they were getting agitated, excited.
They wanted to now. And of course, after that, I had to leave, really. I would have wanted to stay overnight to follow up what I would have done. But then I have to come back because I had other commitments. But I'm telling you that ODM is there to stay. To stay,
even with the internal, issues here and there. It's here.
But you see, the thing, internal issues are to be there in political parties. Why do people go to political parties? Because they want leadership. And if you are in a political party and you feel that where you want to go, you are not quite sure, then you create some storm. You see.
Yes.
But that storm must be managed. You see, you can't stop people from creating storm, but it has to be managed. You have to tell my brother, yes, we know you want this, but this is not the best way to go about it. There's another way which will satisfy your interest but keep the party together.
Okay. Yeah. So as we finish on that front, you're in an acting capacity. If former Prime Minister Raila Odinga gets the seat at the AU, is it a position that you would want to keep and lead the party in the into the future?
Well, you know, I was Secretary General for the party, the first Secretary General. I think I was first Secretary General for over 10 years.
Yeah, that was a long time.
A long time.
Yes.
And then I asked the party leader, Raila, that, look, I want to be governor. And I don't think myself that I can be governor and also Secretary General at the same time. I think it would be dishonest to me to put as much time in the Secretary General's work if I'm governor. I was being very honest.
Yes, yes.
I don't like titles put on you if you are not performing in sync with that title.
Yes,
I mean, really. Because then you are being dishonest. And that's not one of the things that I really want to be in that situation. Now, being a party leader, the party has become so well organized. It has a central committee and an executive committee with a chairman. The chairman of the executive committee is also a member of the central committee. So the organization of the party has made it such that you have a policy-making body called the central committee.
Okay.
You have an executing body which actually then uses these policies to drive people to do things called the executive committee.
Okay.
You see. So I think it's not the same party organization that I headed when I was Secretary General, where execution as well as policy making was in one person called the Secretary General and his team.
Okay.
So, and then the party also now has many more professionals at the headquarters. So the Secretary General's role really is to ensure that policies are adhered to, ideas are generated and discussed, and that the party is organized well enough to win elections and form government.
Okay.
And since I'm doing it on behalf of my party leader, I report to him and I discuss and then get more direction. So I am there not on a permanent basis. I'm there on a transitional basis. Well, we have decided what to do. You see, at my age, I must be very realistic about these things. And I love ODM so much because we created it somewhere in Okambani after the I think the Konza.
The Konza.
Konza Lodge, whatever it was. Even people like the president was there. He was in ODM. He was one of the leaders in the ODM. So we have produced a lot of people for other parties, like the president, for our product. Now it's there. We are proud of this because we know that these are people carrying on the spirit of ODM.
Is there anybody who, in the party who you'd, some few names maybe you'd front because, there are people in the party who are saying, I'm next, I should be next. Of course, there's, Babu, I'm next.
That's normal. I mean, these are young people. These are young people who must think ahead. I mean, they must be ambitious. That's part of politics. But they also must be realistic. I mean, you might have been in a party for 2 or 3 years. I mean, the history of the party is longer than that. There are lots of things that you have to learn being in the party, what it takes to be up there.
Right. So
blind ambition may not be the best thing to have, but ambition by itself is not bad.
It's just the blind ambition.
Blind ambition is very dangerous because it can take you to hell, by the way.
To hell.
Political hell, not the real hell.
I was wondering. All right, as we begin to wind up, I want to hear your thoughts about the other recent handshake that we saw between former President Uhuru Kenyatta and, of course, the sitting president, His Excellency Ruto. What do you think about that? Because Kenyans are feeling like, okay, now who's on the other side? Nani atatutetea? Nani ako hii side ingine? It's like everybody has now come together.
No, I mean, Kenyans are too rushed to make conclusions. If somebody leaves his home, goes to another's home and shakes hands.
But Kenyan handshakes are not, they're all political most of the time.
No. I think that we are trying to read too much into it. These are people who work together in government. One was president, one was deputy president. And then one succeeded the other one under circumstances that we ourselves were not very happy with. That's now gone. That's now
because the circumstances were not friendly.
Those are water under that bridge that I wouldn't like to revisit. Now, if the president, the current president, realized that, no, I need to consult my former boss on this, he picks up the phone, calls the boss, I would like to discuss a few things with you. Could you please allow me to come and consult with you, because I think I've reached a point where we need to discuss. Uhuru Kenyatta is a gentleman. As far as I know, I've known him for a long time. Yes, okay. William, if you want to come, I have no problem. Now, what they discussed, we don't know.
You don't know completely?
Completely. And we are not entitled to know, by the way. Yeah, we are not entitled to know. When they discussed, we are waiting to see, is there any development that can come out of that visit? But let us wait and see. Let us not rush to conclusion, because we were not there. Okay.
We were not there, so we wait for the results of that.
We wait for the results of that.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Governor, it has been so nice speaking to you. Let's end on a higher note, like how we started. So are we going to come for the festival tomorrow? Are we expecting to see you coming and loosening up a little bit, maybe without the suit, a tracksuit, a T-shirt?
Don't put conditions on me. Just ask me, am I going to come? If I come naked, too bad. But you know,
no, I just don't want you to come like that.
I come from an area where night running is part of the culture. And night runners go night running naked. So if you,
I'm sure you're not one of those night runners.
So if you challenge me to night run, I would come at night and night run. But nonetheless, I don't think it will happen tomorrow. I will come.
Okay.
Coffee alone made quite honestly. How can somebody wait?
How can you miss that?
No,
yes.
That would be sacrilege.
All right, so that's good. I'll be waiting to see you, loosening up and, getting your dancing shoes on.
Sure. Put on your dancing shoes.
Put on your dancing shoes.
Dance with the blues. Hey, this girl is tough, man.
Wait, what song is it? Do you like from Kofi?
Please, I don't know.
Okay, you don't know.
I just sing, I just listen and enjoy. Whether it's Kofi Olumide, then the kids tell me that is Kofi Olumide. That's good.
Okay, that's enough.
So tomorrow I will hear and see the man, then connecting to the music I've been hearing.
And then you dance a little bit. Christmas plans, are you going to be having family coming over?
Oh yes, Christmas
Lupita, is she coming over?
That is family secret.
Oh, it's a family secret? Yeah. Come on, when did Christmas be, plans become family secret?
Christmas is family affairs. We don't say who is going, we know the family. You also have yours. We don't want to know who they are.
Well, if you ask me, I'll let you know. So, but then, of course, we have the plans.
Yeah, of course. Usually, Christmas, we have family time. Yeah, in fact, some members of the family have started enjoying their holiday already, but may have to work. Okay. But at Christmas, we all come together. Okay. We go to our late moms and late dads' home, and we remember our long ago. All right. You know what to remember long ago is?
Long ago? Yeah. Long ago is like remembering our ancestors or something?
Very good.
Really?
Our past.
I got it.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Yeah. So remember the long ago.
Long ago.
Long ago.
Long ago.
Long ago.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Okay. So I thought it was a lu kind
of. No. It's English.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That is so lovely speaking to you. I'll be seeing you tomorrow, of course, God willing. Of course, waiting to see you guys. Please tell them to buy a ticket. When they listen from you, they'll buy. Please
buy a ticket. Don't miss this. Really, it is here in Kisumu. Kisumu people are very good at coming to this thing. I mean, you'll be surprised. You may want to. I don't know what we'll do if the field is so full. It is full, but there's still space. Yeah, but so that would just mean that Kofi Olumide has to come again another time. He has to come again another time. To satisfy the whole region. Yeah, so, but they're coming. They're coming? All right. Thank you so much. Things start at what time tomorrow? So, it depends. Like us ladies, we have to go to the salon, we have to get these things done. Yes. For the men, they just have to wear the T-shirt or whatever and just come. Yeah. So from 4 p.m. onwards, there's music, there's DJs, all the way to Pakache. Okay. Whoever today gets enough sleep, tomorrow get enough sleep, now ready for the night. For the night? Yes. Tomorrow night? Hakuna kulala sasa. Hakuna kulala. That is... Mepiga marufuku. Asante. Yes. And I saw you with the Governor Kenneth Lusaka. You should convince him to come with you. Ken will come. You'll come. So it's a full party tomorrow. Ken has gone back to Bugoma, but I think he'll come. He'll come back. Just convince him. We had a good day with Ken. Yes. How come he came over to support you? I always have a guest of honor when I deliver the state or county address. So this time Ken was kind enough to come and to deliver a speech before me, which was important, and he made a very good speech. Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. Now you can go rest waiting for tomorrow's shake a leg. I think people will shake more than legs, but that's for you to find out.
We'll shake everything. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching this Friday. Well, it started on a high, and of course it ends on a high with the good governor, Professor Anyang Nyong'o. Like I mentioned, tomorrow is going to be an amazing night, an amazing experience. Make sure you get your tickets for Mzuqa Festival. We'll be there dancing, you know, shaking a leg, like the governor said, loosen up and start the holiday season on a high. So make sure you get your tickets. And of course, all this, even us being here, is courtesy of Cape Media, of course, the parent company to TV47 and Radio 47. That's where we're all here. Thank you so much, and to the amazing crew who have worked tirelessly behind the scenes. I can't mention names, but everybody led, of course, by Geoffrey Mungao, our director, Emmanuel, producer Mary. Oh my goodness, so many amazing people, the camera people, the crew and everything. And of course, the Grand Royal Swiss Hotel. They've been so kind to us. They've made sure tumelala vizuri, tumeamka vizuri, tumeshiba, tumeoga, tumekaa poa. So thank you so much to everybody who's made this production a success. See you again tomorrow, God willing. And yeah, looking forward. Get your tickets. Thank you so much. Good night. Mwah. Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you.